Hey, welcome back. One of the key things that we do every year is, as we approach the beach season, we want to say what to do and what not to do, and the important issues of being a lifeguard on the beach, but more importantly, for the residents that are on the beach. So Margaret, I'm going to start with you. What are some of the most important things people should be aware of as the beach season starts?
Well, once you're in the beach itself, and it is a beach day, and you've got the lifeguards on duty, most important, you go and you swim, and you check in with the lifeguards, let them know you're on the beach, especially when you don't have any idea about our waters. You want to know where to swim. Take a look at the beach, look around, realize that everybody's swimming in one spot, and you see an open spot on the beach, and you think that that's a wonderful place to be because the beach is there for you and you only. It's not. When we have people swimming in certain areas, those are the areas that everybody wants to be, that should be in with us, so we can keep a watchful eye on them. Justin has been a lifeguard for
15 years.
15 years, and an officer on the beach as well, and he will tell you, and from a safety point of view, he'll fill that in even more rather than me going too much depth on it.
Yes, Justin, let's expand on what Margaret just said.
Just like Marvin said, check in with the lifeguards in the morning, find out where the safest conditions are. We have flags set up. We have red and green flags. Between the green is where you can swim. Outside the red, you can't swim. Please no climbing on the jetties. Can't stress that enough. And just basically what they said, just checking with the lifeguards in the morning on conditions. And if you don't know what you're doing, it's probably not the best day to go into the water and try out that day.
Marvin, talk about how sometimes people think that they can handle deep water, and within an instant they can get caught in an overtow, and it can be a desperate situation. Talk about how that happens so frequently on the beach in the summertime.
Well, it's an undertow or a rip. The rips themselves are outward motions of water. Water comes in. When it comes in, it's got to go back out. When it goes back out, those are the rips. They get formed. Many a times those rips form closest to our jetties. There's where the worst pulls are. There are a lot of people that come to our beaches, especially from out of town, other countries. They come in and they think the rocks, the jetties, the groins, whichever you may call them, are the safest place to be. They're really not the safest place to be. They are the most dangerous place to be, especially as Justin mentioned a moment ago. If you don't know what you're doing in the water, you really do not belong there. The groins are not a place of safety. They are a place of danger. Lifeguards use them. We use them because we know how to get through them and use them to get out quickly into the water if need be, to get to someone who's in trouble. However, the rips can occur at any depth, at any time, as the sand moves forward. You can be bouncing in the water, hit a hole, and all of a sudden you're going deep. You can have the tides coming in, you can be standing on a bar, tide's low, tide starts moving forward, all of a sudden you're over your head and you're getting pulled out. But the most important part about getting pulled out and getting pulled into a rip, Justin will fill you in.
Definitely the most important thing, if you do feel yourself getting pulled out, is to stop, wave your hands over your head and call for a lifeguard. If not, if you don't have a lifeguard on hand, is to swim parallel to shore. But if you're within lifeguard reach, just wave your hands overhead and we'll come and get you. Definitely to stress more about the getting pulled out, boogie boards and surfboards. Just because you can buy these two pieces of equipment at any available moment doesn't mean that you're ready to use them. Just make sure before you go in, check in with the lifeguards, make sure you have a strap on your board and you know how to use it properly before you start going in, because those can be pretty deadly weapons if you don't know what you're doing.
Also, to continue, if you are pulled out, as Justin mentioned, look to us, wave your hands, but at the same time, do not panic. Once you panic, your muscles tighten up, and the only thing that's going to happen is you're going to go under the water. If you relax and you stay afloat, we will come and get you. You won't go that far, and especially as Justin mentioned about the surfboards or boogie boards especially. If you are floating and you are floating away, stay on the board. Do not get off the board. You cannot swim the board. We will come and get you. Stay floating. If you're on a float, that's the safest place to be. We will get there. We will tow you back in. We will move you to shore.
You know, one thing I was impressed about is every year I'll walk off to National and I'll see Paul Gillespie and John Scuden and all the lifeguards. And just the teamwork of the lifeguard. You guys are like a well-oiled machine. The communication between the lifeguards, the EMTs, you can get a van or a truck to an event or someone in seconds. So talk about the amazing teamwork that takes place and what makes the Long Beach lifeguard so special.
You know, teamwork starts in rookie training. You're taught to work as a team, with a team. It's just me, out there. Especially when you're going on a rescue, you got to realize if you ever watch the rescue go down, it starts with the chair. The chair sees it. They send out either 1 or 2 lifeguards or however many lifeguards they need. If they need more lifeguards, they blow to either beach, which is long run, and more lifeguards come. When that happens, we have radios on every chair now, so that they get on the radio, they tell them what beach they're at, how many victims they have, what torps are going in, and then the officers are coming. So everything works in it goes pace by pace. No one gets left out, no one's going in there by themselves, no one's doing it by themselves. So it starts in rookie training as a teamwork, and then after that, when the officer comes, usually we call for backup, whether it be medical services, whether it be a boss, the chief, the assistant chief, zone supervisors, whoever, and then that person gets out of the water, gets the medical team that they need, and then they're sent off on their own to either go to the hospital or go off the beach that day.
Marvin, what are the hours of operation for the lifeguards? When are they on duty during the week?
We're on duty from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Otherwise, in those other hours when we're not there and not protecting the ocean and you're not an ocean swimmer, you should not be there in the ocean. That's why the city tries their best to keep that from occurring. Also, the season's coming up fast where there'll be nice weather before the lifeguards are officially on duty. Please, don't go in the water, especially when you don't know what you're doing. Stay out of the water, stay away from the water. If you get your feet wet, fine. Don't go in, don't go near it. Don't think it looks like fun. If you think to yourself it looks like fun, but I really don't know what I'm doing, think to that little voice in the back of your head that's saying, don't do it, please don't.
Yeah, just to touch on that too, what Marvin said, the off season coming up, lifeguards are there to protect you and help you see that you have a great day on the beach. They're not there to, break your shoes about going into the water. When lifeguards ask to keep swimmers at a waist deep level or a knee deep level, that is for your own safety. It's not for their safety. So that goes for saying after 6 o'clock, when there are no lifeguards on duty, please do not enter the water because it's just going to ruin the rest of your evening. There's a whole thing that comes after that, which I'm not going to get into. But if lifeguards are not there, don't go in the water.
Marv, let's situation put you on the spot. Let's say you're swimming and you cramp up, you pull a muscle. What does a swimmer should do in those cases where unsuspecting, you pull a muscle, you get a cramp, and you really can't move well? What should a swimmer do in that situation?
Well, treading water is, if you can still do that, you're going to want to tread water. If you're a floater, most people do float. Most people do float very well in the ocean, especially because of the salt. So try and get to your back, try and breathe. As Justin mentioned earlier, if you can wave an arm, let us know. That cramp itself, to get it out, a lot of times if you have the wherewithal to massage that area, or if there's another swimmer with you, let them grab that area and massage it out for you if they can. And again, we'll be paying attention. We always do. We've got eyes on the water all the time, whether it be up in the chair or down by the shoreline. So look towards us. We'll be looking towards you.
All right, great. And Marvin, a very special event is coming up. I believe it's July 3rd. It's going to be the 90th anniversary of the Long Beach Lifeguard Patrol. We're going to do a special show and have all the lifeguards here the first Sunday of June. Let's talk about that huge event, which will celebrate 90th anniversary of the Long Beach Lifeguard Patrol.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool event. 90 years. I grew up in a lifeguard family. My 2 uncles were lifeguards. I'm a lifeguard. My cousins, everyone else. So it's going to be at the Long Beach Hotel. Every year that we have one of these things, we had one at Bridgeview a couple of years back. It was a great time seeing old partners, seeing old guys that have come around. So it's going to be, I cannot imagine it's not going to be a great night. So Hopefully you're there.
Absolutely. Well, we hope you're going to be the first week of June. We're going to have a big celebration, and I'm excited for that. You know, and I've got to make. I hope Harvey Wiesenberg is here. The Scuden brothers are here. So many great lifeguards. I know we just lost Jimmy May, but so many great lifeguards and generations of lifeguards in Long Beach.
Well, yeah, there's been many generations. Have spoken to a few myself. Working with Roe and Tom Daly, who have been around for many, many, many years within the patrol, to try and put together and formulate some specific names to have them come down on the 5th, June 5th,
Yep.
for your show, to enhance and speak more about the God Bless America, July 3rd gathering of the Long Beach Lifeguards. Again, it's 90 years of protecting the public. It's a great thing. We are the pearl of the beach, of Long Beach. We take care of the people. We watch over everyone, and it's a vast responsibility, but it's a great responsibility. And the people that do it love it, do it for the love of it, and probably will always do it. We have we'll have those speakers down, and for myself, we have been lifeguards in the family since the early '60s.
That's awesome.
That's great. Yeah, just hit on an old timer that passed away a couple of years ago, Billy Katz. He said lifeguards are the ambassadors of the city, so that's a pretty big name we got to carry.
I'll put you both on the spot with this question. In 90 years, how many people do you think the lifeguards saved? How many lives have you guys saved in 90 years?
I think Justin, as an officer, probably gets reports each week, each month. The captains and lieutenants do report in, but I would say it's literally hundreds a week.
Yeah, I would say about. I think we do about 100. I mean, I don't want to give them anything. Probably about 150 a week, definitely.
Multiply that out.
A few years ago, we had a group from Baldwin. There was 14 of them, and they were a singing group, and they didn't know what they were doing. And they said if it wasn't for the quick work of the lifeguards, they were all been gone. Every single one of the 14 was saved, and it was amazing work. But they're going to be in debt for the rest of their life to the Long Beach lifeguards. You just literally saved 14 lives in one shot.
Yeah, so that kind of thing has happened many times, especially in the after-hours time. Justin and I were involved in a rescue a number of years ago. We were all on the beach having our an after-hours barbecue. The police officers came down the beach, told us there was a family in distress off of Lincoln Boulevard. We jumped in the truck, and basically this Asian family is now living because we were on the beach. So again, don't go in the water. Don't think it's fun if we're not there. But when we are there, have at it, have a great time, but please listen to the things we tell you to do.
And again, June 5th, right here at Poncho's, we're going to promote the Long Beach 90-year celebration, and we expect a ton of lifeguards to be here, Justin, here at Poncho's on June 5th to promote an amazing event, 90 years of the Long Beach Lifeguard Patrol.
Yeah, it's pretty wild that it's been 90 years, but that's 90 years of great debt to the city. So, like we're all saying here, just enjoy the beach this summer. You know, go out, enjoy yourselves, but do listen to the lifeguards. Do follow their directions. They're there to protect you, and that's it. Have a great summer. Yeah.
Let's thank to Marvin and Justin. Go ahead.
One last thing. There's a lot of people come to the beach now more than ever before, learning and going to the surf schools that we have. We have 2 primary surf schools in town. Listen to those instructors. Those instructors are teaching you about the ocean as well. Listen to what they have to say. They're going to inspire and enhance and create a better scene and a better application to what you're going to take on when going into our waters. So please listen.
Great, Justin, Marvin, thank you so much. And we'll see you right here at Poncho's on June 5th for the big lifeguard celebration promotion.